Good morning, thank you. If we haven't met yet, my name is Matt Alloway, principal here at Upper Darby High School. It's been a wonderful year. My first big event at the high school was our summer program last year, so I guess this completes the cycle. I want to welcome all of our families and students and friends to the summer school commencement for the class of 2023. Families who are here today are the main reason, one of the main reasons that we celebrate our graduates. Your kids getting through, especially in the summer months. I know there was at least one of our graduates who was completing some of his work in Florida at a family wedding. So our families and their support is one of the reasons and one of the biggest ways that our kids make it through. So just wanted to start the show by thanking you and recognizing your contribution to the success of our graduates. And now, if you will please join me in welcoming the graduating members of the Upper Darby High School class of 2023. If everybody will please rise and join me for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please, families, remain standing for the presentation of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
There's a history in Upper Darby for graduates of Upper Darby High School to introduce themselves to each other as fellow graduates. For example, my name is Matt Alloway. I have always been a proud graduate of the Upper Darby High School class of 1996. There you go. Knowing that you, the class of 2023, and I, and hey, and some of our other guests here today, share that experience, I think it brings us closer, and it establishes a connection and a kinship between us. And that lasts regardless of any other differences that we have in our lives. I know it's hot. We are in the air-conditioned gym, but still. And you certainly didn't come to hear me speak, so I'm going to keep my thoughts to our families and to our graduates very brief. Today, we're honoring the newest collection and cohort of our graduates from our high school. Whether you leave here in 1996 or in 2023, our students share a common trait, and that is that we didn't leave high school knowing everything that there is to know in the world. However, we do leave high school knowing how to find out anything that we need to know in the world. Leaving high school isn't about learning everything, it's about learning how to be a problem solver, learning how to find your resources, find information, learn from each other, and lean on each other. And that's what we've learned to do, and that's what we're here to celebrate today. Our graduates leave our school with the attitude that more important than knowing everything is the ability to go out into the world and learn anything. Upper Darby graduates live all over the world. In every corner, you'll find them. You'll meet them when you're on vacation, when you move to a new place, when you start a new job, and in so many other life experiences. You're going to meet people who are going to find out that you graduated from Upper Darby High School, and you're going to find out that they did, and that's going to connect you immediately. Celebrate each other, celebrate the common bond that you now share with me, with our superintendent, with many other people, including that young man in the crowd today. After today, continue to learn. Never stop learning, never stop growing, never stop challenging yourself, never stop leaning on your family for help and for support. I want to just be, again, the first. I'm lucky to say congratulations to all of you today. And now I'm going to bring somebody that you know a lot better, Mr. Josh Peterkin, the assistant principal for the class of 2023.
Thank you. Good morning, graduates, administration, faculty, parents, and families. I'm so grateful that you're able to join us this morning to honor and celebrate these graduates. As Dr. Alloway said, my name is Josh Peterkin, and I have the privilege to be an assistant principal here at Upper Darby High School. This morning, we celebrate the graduates of the class of 2023 and their many accomplishments. I am so proud of this group of students and the persistence and grit that they have shown to get to this point today. I also want to acknowledge the families that are here with us today and the role that you have played in helping to guide and support our graduates. The journey has not always been an easy one, but I want to thank you for your steadfast support and trust in the Upper Darby School District. It is moments like today that make it all worthwhile. Before I turn the podium over to Dr. McGarry, I want to leave you with my favorite C.S. Lewis quote, which is an inspiration for me each and every day. You cannot go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. In other words, we all stumble along life's journey. We all make mistakes. But how we handle our mistakes, what we learn from the stumbles and the changes we make in response to our shortcomings will have a huge impact on our future success. Today is one of those moments in your life. Celebrate this accomplishment. Your perseverance got you to this point. As graduates of Upper Darby High School, you are well equipped to handle anything and everything that life will be throwing at you. This morning's celebration epitomizes what makes Upper Darby High School a truly unique place to call home. We hope you enjoy this ceremony. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Daniel McGarry, Superintendent of Schools for the Upper Darby School District, who will present the graduates and offer congratulatory remarks.
First, good morning and congratulations to all of you and to your families. I know today is a big deal in your lives and the lives of your parents. I can see the enthusiasm, I can feel the enthusiasm in the room today, and that's outstanding. This year we had a conversation with your fellow classmates, shared our thoughts, shared our words of wisdom, our words of encouragement. And personally for me, as maybe some of you do know or don't know, Dr. Alloway and I graduated from this high school together in 1996. We were classmates. So we are very proud of the fact that we've had this opportunity to lead this school district, to work here with you. If you look around the room, in the back of the room today, you have the Assistant Superintendent for Student Services, our Director of Secondary Education, Mrs. Simone. You have school board members here, and I want you to know that we take this opportunity to celebrate you just as seriously as we do anyone else in this school district. We are very proud of you. We know how hard it is to get to this moment. We know it's a collective effort of you, your families, your teachers. I look in the back and I see teachers and guidance counselors that are here. A lot of people. It takes a lot of people to get you to this moment. Earlier this year, I shared with some of your classmates a personal story for me. I lost my dad this past January, and I was fortunate enough that my dad left behind a book. He wrote a book of his memories, of his stories, of his words of wisdom, and he was somebody who was kind of unabashed in his opinions, and he left behind some words of wisdom to me and to my brothers and to my sister. And one of the key parts in the book that he left behind is this idea of having high expectations and what it means to set high expectations of yourself. And when we set high expectations, it doesn't matter where you are in that moment in your life. It matters that you believe in yourself, you learn how to overcome adversity, and that you never ever settle for being second best. You continue to push yourself and push yourself. And the key to that high expectation and setting high expectations is you have to recognize that getting to a certain part of your life is not just about doing it alone. Another key part that my dad talked about in his book and he left behind is this idea that people are self-made, that people just do it on their own and they're self-made and they never had help along the way. There is absolutely no shame in the fact that when someone gives you an opportunity or opens the door and there's someone there to help you or support you, you embrace it. You ask for that help, you ask for that encouragement, you ask for that push, you reach out for that help. There's no one in this room, and I would argue with those individuals, that you made it on your own. Somewhere along the way, somebody looked out for you, cared for you, pushed you, helped you, guided you, and I ask the same of you. When you leave here today, remember what it took for you to get to this moment. Remember that there were lots of people in your life, in the good times and the bad times, somebody looked out for you, or you wouldn't have made it to this moment. You don't ever always make it on your own. You have to have support, you have to have guidance, and you have to have an idea that you're capable of more than you ever thought you were. Once you lower your standards in life, success doesn't feel as good. Your opportunities diminish. Have high expectations of yourself, believe in yourself, continue to push yourself, look for help and opportunities when they present themselves, and understand that right now, you got through high school. Some of the most emotionally draining parts of your life, going through what you went through, middle school and high school, right? The best is ahead of you. Set high expectations, have pride in who you are, and the best will come. We ask of you that now that you leave this high school, that you don't settle. Whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, whatever your hopes are, set little monumental tasks every single day. Go after them. Learn from the times when you weren't successful, and keep picking yourself up and persevere. Remember, the other thing that we're doing today that's important too, and I'm glad that in this smaller ceremony there's so much enthusiasm, you should celebrate every single success along life's journey. Do not take any little step for granted. Celebrate it, remember it, and it will, there's a lot of enthusiasm in the back there. It'll always help you and guide you along the way. I'm very proud of you as a graduate of the school district. If you ever need any help, reach out to any one of us. We certainly know what it takes to get to this moment, and we can also help you along the next step in your life's journey. Remember to set high expectations of yourselves and believe in yourselves. And to the parents and guardians that are here, as a superintendent, thank you for sticking with our students and pushing them and supporting them and being here for this moment. To the teachers and staff in this school district, I think you are equally as important in this moment as any one parent or student in this room. It takes a complete team to get through high school. We know that, and I want to say thank you and congratulations to all of you that are here today. Congratulations. Our board president was not able to make it today, so we do have another speaker coming up, a member of our school board whom I'll introduce in a moment. But there are some important words that I must say to move us through this ceremony today. So, by the power vested in me as a commissioned officer of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby present the Upper Darby High School graduating class of 2023 to Mr. Damian Warsavage, who is representing the Board of School Directors. Mr. Warsavage.
Good morning, everyone. Like Dr. McGarry said, my name is Damian Christopher Warsavage. I'm actually a graduate of Upper Darby School District class of 2003, so our 20-year anniversary is this year. And on behalf of all of them, and on behalf of President Edward Brown, Vice President Don Fields, the rest of the team of 10 on your board of school directors, and the entire community family, congratulations for making it to this moment. There is one other thing that I do want to share with you, and that is a humble heart of gratitude, because this class, as well as every other class, many other classes here coming through the high school, when it comes to your school board, you've helped us confront many, many difficult challenges. When we come to the table with a challenge or something that we have to face, you guys come to the table with solutions. And we appreciate and we value that feedback so much, because it's from that kind of interaction with what you guys want and what you need for yourselves and on your level that will allow us to be better board members, better administrators, and better teachers, because we see that you value that hard work and all of that goes into creating moments such as these. So thank you for being an inviting class. Thank you for holding each other and those that you answer to accountable. And I know that you will accomplish many, many great things, and I cannot be, and I mean, every time I get up in front of this mic and I'm speaking to family, you guys are family, I just want to run at the mouth with so much positivity, because there is power in positivity, and there is nothing more positive than seeing all of you guys right here having worked your butts off with your families who have slaved and sacrificed, not over just the extended school year portion, but the entire decade plus that it took you to get to this point. Many sleepless nights, perhaps arguments with mom and dad or siblings, having to manage your time, hordes of homework, managing the different social networks that you have, because it's not really that easy growing up in these difficult times, but you guys did it. And I'm so proud of you. The rest of your school board of directors are proud of you. The administrators are super, super duper proud of you. And congratulations, class of 2023.
Ifra Ali, Zainab Ali, Solemi Marabella Aguata Calderon, Salvatore Bellotti IV, Faith Blanding, Frank Blanding, Jose Castillo Rivera, Karan Charles, Maria Cifuentes Zuniga, Kush Clark, Javi Decor, Naima Drain, Azim Edwards, Dasir Faison, Eric Freeman, Quelo G, Hamza Hussein, Janae Howard, Maria Yuacana Huertes Martinez, Timothy Johnson, Felicia Coop, Michaela Laffey, Rashawn Little,
Ruelen Lopez Hernandez, Sarah Malik. Christopher McCorkle. Destiny McKinney. Marissa Mihawk. James Myers. Farouk Alokodano. Vision Phillips Christian. Daniel Quinlan. Hussein Raju. Jameer Reed Locke. Ray Robinson. Tashika Robinson. Giovanni Rodriguez. Malaya Smith. Amari Stafford. Jean Velasquez Contreras. Gage Vitulu Gino. Nigel Warrington. Hanif Williams. Makai Williams. Nassim Willie. Zamir Wilson Brooks.
All right, graduates. There's one more tradition, a couple more traditions that are a part of our graduation ceremony. The tassel that's on the top of your mortarboard hangs over the right hand at this point in a graduation. Symbolically, our first act as graduates is to move the position of that tassel from the right side of the mortarboard to the left side so that it now forever hangs over our hearts, symbolizing our graduation from high school. So if you'll all take your tassel, move it to the left, from right to left. Now, please rise as we hear our high school alma mater.
This morning sunlight gilds with golden beams. 'Tis our Upper Darby High School castle
Graduates, just as you came in, now it is time to process out. Families, your graduate will meet you out front in a little bit. They can do some pictures here as well. All right, we'll let the graduates leave first, in reverse order as you came in.